Hey man, Hebron Ben Bilal come back at you with another edition of this Boomer's Logic, man. Just headed to the crib. Put a few hours in out here doing what it do. But I want to talk to y'all about something I seen yesterday on the YouTubes. But before we jump into that, man, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, etc., etc. You know what to do. I don't have to keep repeating that, but I will. So, I seen this thing which once again confirms my belief that there's no actual freedom of speech in this country unless you agree with, those ones who gonna get their feelings hurt, or they gonna get their panties in a bunch in regard to what you believe and what you say. They'll silence you, they'll cancel you, you know what I'm saying? So, I was watching this thing, and it was this guy, and I'm gonna show you some crazy parallels to this. Because I personally know some people who would be like, yeah, well, he deserved this. But y'all, it's a double standard with y'all. Y'all so hypocritical, man. So, the guy walks into this, the vape shop, this smoke shop. And he got on a mega shirt. I think he had on the mega hat too, but I know he had on the mega shirt. And excuse the glare. It's getting dark outside. And the guy who owns the place, he's up there, waiting on customers. I mean, he goes absolutely berserk. If you get the time, man, Google this situation. This dude goes absolutely berserk, man. I mean, he's slamming his hands on the thing. He's screaming, "Get out of my shop. I'm not serving you. Get out of here, you racist." Because the dude had on a mega shirt. And there was a black dude standing in there. He's looking at the dude like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I love about white people in this country. They always want to call racist. They always want to scream foul and racism. You know what I'm saying? They speaking for every ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? That's racist. Some of the stuff that we hear and we say to each other, or somebody might say to us, we don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? We don't find it to be racist, but everything is racist, y'all. So y'all speak for us. You speak for the Native Americans. You speak for everybody in general, but I digress on that point. I mean, this guy is throwing a full outfit in this vape shop. Man, like I say, if you have to actually go Google it and watch it to clearly get the picture of what I'm selling, what I'm putting down here. Because man, this dude was going ballistic in there. And he did everything but tore up his own shop. So the dude sitting there looking at him like, he said, man, so he started recording it. And he said, man, I'm glad I'm getting this on tape. So the dude told him to get out of his shop. He wasn't serving him all this and this and that. So I found it, to me, contradicting and hypocritical. Because here stands a dude that doesn't agree with the dude's political views, right? And that's about nothing. You know what I'm saying? The dude has his political views that he's with, that he stands on. You know what I'm saying? He had his mega shirt. That's what he believes in, MAGA or mega, whatever the hell it is. And he stands on that. That's what he, you know what I mean? That's what he believes in, or whatever the case may be. But you won't serve him. Now, when this whole homosexual movement first started, right? I remember a situation, and this happened more than once, but one of the situations was widely covered because it was a baker, and two dudes went in the bakery, and I think it was out of San Francisco. Two dudes went in the bakery, wanted him to make a wedding cake for them, and he told them, "Nah, I'm not doing that." He told him, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, not only did they throw a pitch a bitch, man, they boycotted the man's shop, sued him, everything. I mean, they won the lawsuit and everything. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this glare off of here. They won the lawsuit and everything, man. I mean, they boycotted the man shop. I think the man had to close his shop. I really can't remember. But they boycotted him and marched all in the front of the thing because he didn't want to serve them. But y'all the same jokers, because of how this man's political views is, y'all won't serve him. I mean, the hypocrisy, man, like I said before, only time you had the freedom of speech is if you're not ruffling feathers and they agree. You know what I'm saying? This crybaby, whiny, sensitive group of people, if they don't agree, you can't say it. If they don't agree, you can't do it. But they can do everything and you have to accept what they do. Kids going to school acting like cats. Your children have to accept that. But this dude can't even wear a MAGA shirt because y'all won't serve him. He's a racist. Get the hell out of here. But we have to accept these delusional transgenders running around talking about they men going in female locker rooms, showers, and all this stuff. We have to accept that. And if we don't accept it, something's wrong with us. You're a bigot, you're a racist, you can't speak. And it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Because what's happened in y'all society, and I used to talk about it all the time. When I first started making these videos, I used to talk about it all the time. You go check my archives when I was doing the Backyard Chronicles. Go check my archives and check out them videos I was making when I first came home. That this was the ultimate end. That once you open that lid on Pandora's box and you let them demons out, you let that spirit of homosexuality out and you just kept pushing that agenda, there's no end to that. You can't put that demon back in the box. It's over with. So however they feel, you know what I'm saying, whatever they think of you, that's the truth. Everything else is a lie. And man, once again, all they did when I seen that video, I just sat there and watched the video. And when I watched the video, I was just, I was laughing, and then I just started shaking my head and thinking about it like, these jokers is walking contradictions, hypocrites. It doesn't even make sense. It makes zero sense. You know what this generation, this whole woke generation reminds me of? It reminded, because I was seeing it when I was in prison. It was taking root when I was in prison. And it was starting to take over because you had a female warden come in and she started pushing that woke agenda. And I didn't know what it was initially, but what she did was she went in, and I told this story before, and she started picking all the alphas, all the heads of different gangs and all that stuff, and getting them off the compound. She started promoting homosexuality. The homosexuals now wear lipstick and eyeliner and all that stuff to the dining hall. The officers will be mad as hell and tell them to get out of the dining hall like that. But the officers didn't have a leg to stand on, because now this warden to come and tell them they could do that and they got rights and woo-woo. So they had to accept this. And I used to see it when I was in prison. What they did was they removed all the strong men and allowed all the weak men into power. And I used to always say, when the weak are in power, it's hell to tell the captain. So now you have all these weak jokers, like in high school, that wouldn't even open their mouths, would sit in the back of the class and be quiet, or sit as close as they can to be, you know, the ones with the goth stuff all on their face, the ones that, you know, they didn't have a voice. But as soon as you put them in the front and you give them the power, all they doing is playing get back. Look at me, look at me. You don't say nothing unless I tell you to say something. Strong people don't do that. Only weak people do that. Only weak people throw a tantrum when you come in wearing something that they don't agree with. The strong people would talk to you about that. The people who know really how to wield power, and they've had power all through their lives, they're alphas, they don't do that. They don't throw a tantrum or a fit because they don't believe something that you believe. You know what I'm saying? This is this new society where they putting the weakest in control. And when you put weak-minded people in control, man, your society goes to crap. And this is what you got, man. This is what you got. But I just wanted to share this moment with y'all and tell y'all about that video. Oh, something else. I posted it on my Facebook page. I had to change that again too. So it's my Facebook page is you can find it under Kevin Neal. I had to use my government name. And I posted some stuff posted this thing about Kamala Harris. And it goes back to her presidential debate with Biden, and it's some woman up there debating with him too. And Biden was talking about her track record as the prosecutor in California, San Francisco, I believe, but it was in California, and how 1,000 inmates had to be released under her because of how corrupt she was and using these nefarious things to get all these black men locked up. A federal judge came in and told her, no, enough is enough, and released 1,000 men. And look, it's funny if you watch it. Biden says, all you got to do is Google it. Kamala Harris, 1,000 inmates set free underneath Kamala Harris. I said, but this is the stuff that, you know, these black people who are flocking out to vote for her, because I always tell my wife, black people have short memories. Black people have short memories. We won't remember things because we're like sheep. We got a herd mentality where we just follow because everybody else saying do it. We just follow. We don't investigate and look at things from a pragmatic standpoint or perspective. All we want to do is follow. You know what I'm saying? So the other lady that was up there on the stage with Kamala Harris, she was some senator from somewhere, and she told Kamala, she said, you owe, they was tag teamers. The other lady said, you owe all these men that you had locked up in California, you owe them an apology. She said, this is what she said, and I promise you, go to my YouTube, my Facebook page and watch it. She said that, I posted it yesterday, the lady said to Kamala, she said, you owe all these people that you got locked up unjustifiably, you owe them an apology. And not only did you lock people up, she said you blocked people from getting out of prison when they put in appeals and all this stuff. She said that it was a situation with a dude who was doing life in prison. They had evidence to free this man, and Kamala Harris would not allow them to present this evidence, refused it and blocked it for years until she couldn't block it no more. And this is what the stuff that she was pulling. This is the stuff that she was doing and pulling. But here go the thing. This is one of the things that I love. And I know I'm going long, but I really want to share this stuff with y'all today, man. This is one of the things I love. You scream about prison reform. Y'all do. You scream about prison reform. You scream about recidivism. You scream about how black men are being targeted and black boys are being targeted. But you got this woman in California just freestyling on brothers, just locking them up in droves. But this is who you want to represent you. You can't have it both ways. Either you don't like recidivism, the penal system, they're locking us up unjustly, giving us too much time. She represents that. This is all she did while she was in office. And then y'all forget all about all of this. Conveniently enough, they said she locked up so many people in California for marijuana. I don't know how, I can't remember, the lady said it. She said, and then somebody interviewed her and asked her about it and said that you locked up a lot of people in regard to, on marijuana charges in California. And they was like, they asked her, have you ever smoked weed? And she just started laughing and, walked off. She just started laughing because it's, she probably, blows back. But at the same time, all this stuff is a joke to her. And see, once again, black people have such a short memory and they won't hold her to task. You won't even ask her what her policies is going to be. Now you got these broads on The View talking about she don't have to tell you what her policies is going to be. I said, what the hell? I mean, that I can run and you ain't got no business asking me nothing. Don't ask me a question. This is out of control. But this last thing in closing, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I don't know if y'all know this lady named Candace Owens, and she did a thing and went viral about Kamala Harris and her origins, because this is a big topic. Is she black or is she white? And I mean, is she black or is she Indian? And the girl, Candace Owens, did a deep dive, man. You need to go Google it, look at it, watch it. I might post it on my YouTube page. Like I said, go to my YouTube page. It's Kevin Neal, and you'll see me standing there in a white shirt, right? I think it's a Nike shirt or something, but that's what my little avatar is on there. And go, I think I'm gonna post it on my page. But if you want to watch the other video I told you about, it's on my page as well. But yeah, Candace Owens, her thing went viral because she did a deep dive into Kamala Harris's ethnicity. And this, everything she found out about the woman, she was like, man, this is what she found out about her. And exactly what I told you the other day when I made that video. She comes from, not only does she, now this is what I didn't know, not only does she come from an Irish family, Irish and Indian, but she comes from an Irish family who were slavers, who had a huge plantation. I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, but her parents had a huge plantation. Her grandparents had a huge plantation with a bunch of Jamaican slaves, with a bunch of black slaves. But once again, we'll forgive that, but we want you to tear down the Lincoln Monument because he had slaves. We want to boycott and cancel George Washington because he had slaves. But it's okay, her and her family had slaves because y'all like her. You willing to push all that aside because you like her. Hey man, I'm like this, to each his own. But it's really, really short-sighted of you. Matter of fact, you're like lemmings. So it's you're a bunch of lemmings. So, and lemmings just follow each other. They follow each other over a cliff. And you won't do your own research. You won't do your homework. You won't try to find out what her policies are. You won't try to find out if you believe in what she believes in. All you looking at is a Democrat, and she promoting herself as black. That's all you need to hear. And you jumping right on the bandwagon with everybody else. Man, listen, I tell you, man, it's insane to me, but like I always say, I'm a Hebrew. All I am is an observer. I sit and watch on, I'm like, man, this is crazy. These people, I'm gonna tell you what you remind me of. You remind me of a bunch of Christians. Anything the pastor get up there and say, you say amen. You don't even know if he telling you the passage is right, or even, God told me to tell you. And you, yes, Lord. Everybody telling you to vote for Kamala Harris because she black, and you, amen. You just running like lemmings instead of trying to find out. Like when you're in church, find out what the pastor's talking about. Open your Bible. Go back with the passages he just taught you on, and go back to the crib and read it and make sure it's accurate. But you don't even do that. So what do I expect out of you? You go raise your hands in church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Believe everything he says, so you're going to believe everything the mainstream media tells you, and these jokers that's on these panels, these jokers is on the radio, you're going to believe all that. But anyway, I digress. taking up enough of your time today, man. I wanted to get this off my chest. Now, tomorrow I'm going to make a video about something else, and I want to give y'all some game on something. But just hold tight, man. I'm going to make it tomorrow. Hey, man, y'all know what it is. Hebron Ben Bilal coming back at you with his perspective. You know, I know I'm Gen X, but my nephew tell me I think like I'm a boomer. So he says, you got boomer's logic, and that's how the name of the channel came about. But I'm just giving you my perspective from a pragmatic standpoint as an observer, not a participant, as an observer. And until the next one, man, love y'all. See y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll be back at you tomorrow.